Hi, welcome back to Tom's Life. Today's Christmas special is creamy garlic mushrooms on homemade Brigette bread. So the ingredients you need is bread flour, yeast, salt, olive oil. To make the garlic mushrooms, you need chestnut mushrooms, parsley, thyme, shallot, garlic and salt and single cream. So first step, we're going to start making our bread. You're going to weigh out the bread flour. So first step, we're going to weigh out 125 grams of bread flour. I'm using my talking scales. So you just place it in.
It is 27 grams.
Do you get 125 grams?
26 grams. It is 55 grams. It is 83 grams. It is 107 grams. It is 119 grams. It is 129 grams.
Just going to take a little bit out.
It is 128 grams. It is 124 grams.
So once you have weighed out 125 grams of bread flour, you're going to get a large mixing bowl and you place it all in, give it a good tap and get it all out. Start with that, and if you think you need more bread flour, you can always add a little bit. So next step, you want to open your pack of yeast. Just use the scissors. And you just want to place it in some cold water. But you don't want it to be too cold or too hot. Then you're just going to give it a little bit of a stir with a fork so it all evaporates in. Then you add a little bit of salt to your bread flour, and then you will carefully add in your wet ingredients into your flour and a little drop of olive oil to make a nice Italian bread. Now you want to add a little bit of ground salt to your bread flour. And with your knife, just give that a little bit of a stir in. And then we're slowly adding the water and the yeast to the bread flour and salt and a little drop of olive oil. Now you want to slowly add in your water and yeast to your bread flour and salt. And just start stirring that in. If you need more water, just keep adding. Till it starts to bind together. So just add a little bit more of your water. And if you need to add any more bread flour, you can. I'm going to add in a little bit more bread flour. So you're just going to add in another handful. You don't want it to be too wet, but you don't want it to be too dry. You're now going to add a little bit of olive oil, just a little drop. With your knife, you're going to bind that all in. So it starts to bind. Then you get your hands in a minute to bring it all together. So next step, you're going to start prepping your ingredients to make your garlic mushrooms. You're first going to get one shallot. You're just going to chop the ends off. And then you're just going to peel 2 layers of the skin. And then you're just going to finely dice it into little pieces. So you first, after when you have peeled and chop your ends off your shallot, you want to chop it down the middle, and you just want to finely slice them. Then turn it around, and you just want to dice them, and then if they haven't gone all the way through, you just go through them. And just give them one final chop, so you got nice small pieces. Bring them all back together. And when you think it's nice and fine, you're going to get a little mixing bowl. You're going to place them all in, and then you do your other half a shallot. So next step, you're going to prep your garlic. You first get a garlic bulb, and you want to take off 2 garlic cloves. You're first going to chop the ends off, and then you're going to peel the skin. Off the garlic. So once you have peeled your garlic, you want to place your knife on top, and you want to press down. You want to finely slice it one way, and you just want to slice it into little pieces. Go through the knife. Be careful with your fingers. You want nice fine pieces. If you've got big cloves of garlic, you just need 2. But if you get small, use between 2 and 3 cloves. You just want nice little pieces, and then you're going to place them in with your shallot. And then you do your other garlic clove. So next step, you're going to get some parsley in a bag, and you want to pick off all the leaves off the stalks. So you're just breaking all the leaves off the stalks. This will give flavour. If you're making another dish, you can use the stalks, but we just want the leaves. So you just keep picking all the leaves off. And then we'll finally shred it. You don't want too much, you just want a little bit to give flavour. Now you bring your parsley all together and you just want to finally shred it into little pieces using your knife. Just be careful you don't cut yourself. So you want nice little pieces. Just a little handful. And you've got a bowl here. You're just going to place all your parsley in. And then you're going to do the same with your thyme. So next you're going to chop your thyme. You want to get it all bunched together. And you just want to finally slice it. Give it some force. Just give it another cut. You only want a little bit. This will also give flavour to the dish. Once you think it's nicely shredded, you'll place it in with your parsley. So you're going to place your thyme in with your parsley now in the same bowl. So next step, you're going to preheat your oven. So you're going to switch on your hot oven. Using my blunt punch to tell me which one is the oven. You want to set it at 180 degrees. I have set that at 180 degrees. Let that just preheat while you finish off making your baguettes. You just want to knead it for a few minutes. You want to take your dough out. Pat it all in with a bit of flour on your work surface. And then you're going to roll it into a nice baguette shape. And then before you place it in the oven, you're just going to put some cling film over it again, so it rises for the second time. And then you'll place it in the oven to cook and go nice and brown while you're making your garlic mushrooms. Once you have let your bread rest for a minute in the dish, you're going to place it in the oven to cook on a hot shelf. So you put it in the middle, you close the door, you want to cook that for 20 to 25 minutes till it goes nice and brown while you make your garlic mushroom sauce. So you're now going to switch on your hob. You want to set it to high. Place a big saucepan on the ring. And then let just that heat up for a minute. And then you'll put a little bit of olive oil in and then fry everything. So you first want to add a little bit of olive oil. You want to add a little bit of olive oil to your pan. Just stir that round the pan. And in a minute we're going to add in our onion and shallot. Our garlic and shallot, and we're going to fry them. Now you want to add in your your shallot and garlic. Get it all out the bowl. And you want to fry these for a few minutes so they start to sweat and have a little bit of colour on them. Be able to smell them. So you're just cooking your shallot and garlic and a little bit of oil. Now you want to place your mushrooms in whole, and then you want to give them a good coat in all your shallot, garlic and oil, so they get some flavour into them. So they all get a nice coat. So you're just giving them a good toss in for a few minutes. You can either keep them whole or cut them in half, up to you. So you just want to give them a nice toss in with all them, the oil, the garlic and shallot for a minute or two. Now you want to add in your single cream. So we'll lower the heat. And you also want to add in your parsley and thyme. Give that a little bit of a stir. Get everything off the bottom of the pan. Give them a good coat in. Then you add in some seasoning. And then you'll just lower the heat and put the lid on so they can start to thicken and keep your mushrooms. Now you want to season with a little bit of salt. Give that a little bit of a stir. Then it's up to you in a minute if you want to add a little bit of black pepper to give it a little bit of kick, but that's optional. So I'm just going to add a little bit of ground black pepper. Just a little bit, but that's optional if you want to add a little bit of ground black pepper. And then you're just going to carefully stir that in. We've got it on a low heat. Then you're going to put a lid on. And you just want to keep an eye on it. So it starts to thicken, but not too much where it starts to go a bit dry on your garlic mushrooms. So you still got a bit of a sauce. Now you want to put your lid on, but you only want to put it halfway on. So you just get a little bit of the steam coming out still. And you want to check. Yeah, you've got it on medium, or you can lower it to one more. And then you just want to keep an eye on it so it thickens up. Your bread will just need another 5 to 10 minutes, and then you'll serve up. So as you can see, I placed my bread on the plate. I cut it into 3. You got 2 in each side. Now your creamy garlic mushrooms. Now you're just going to place some in the middle of them. Get another spoonful. Place a bit of the sauce on the top. And this is how you make my creamy garlic mushrooms with homemade Italian bread Brigette. Hope you like this. Don't forget to hit the like button, share and subscribe, and thank you. Thanks for watching. if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. More videos coming soon.